Welcome to Therian Nation. I'm Ulfraviv. In this video, I want to talk about the belief of past lives. Before we jump into this topic, I'd like to mention that we are putting this under editorials and opinions. There does seem to be some agreement about most of the things I'll go over, but I'm going to add some of my personal views as well. And next, I'd like to remind viewers that you can find links to sources and related reading in the video descriptions. Not all therianthropes believe in past lives or have memories of past lives as animals. And having these past life memories is not a requirement to identify as a therianthrope. Also, believing in reincarnation is not required to identify as a Therian. I'd also like to add that reincarnation is not the only spiritual hypothesis for therianthropy, and I've gone over some of these in the video about spiritual therianthropy on this channel, so go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. It is okay to look to the past to learn more about what has contributed to the current you. What lessons can you take away from that previous life that you've recalled? However, we need to understand that the past cannot be relived, and we need to accept that we are living a new life. We can't even 100% be sure that we are not fabricating the memories associated with past lives. Therianthropy is identifying as non-human in the current life. It is important to take into consideration that plenty of people believe in reincarnation and they feel completely human. A past life may be recalled, but not everyone will affect the current life. In most cases, it comes down to a belief that the whole soul or part of the soul is not human due to influences of being a non-human animal in a past life. So being an animal in a previous life has altered the state of the soul in some way that is noticeable in the here and now. Another possibility to consider is being animal-hearted instead of Therian. I also want to point out that asking other people if they have known you in a past life can be dangerous. It wouldn't be difficult for someone to claim that they'd known you in order to make you emotionally vulnerable, if they had an intention to get personal information from you and harm you. Just be aware of that fact. If you're a minor under the age of 18, do not give out your real name, location, address, phone number, or any identifying personal information to anyone over the internet. So here's a little bit about what I personally believe. Personally, I believe that I have lived many lives as wolves, humans, and possibly other animals. I only identify as a wolf therianthrope. If I have existed as other animals, those lives have no bearing on my present life, and I am currently not interested in knowing anything about those possible past lives. I'm happy with my current amount of knowledge about myself, and I'm happy only having one theriocide. I think I have one memory of being an Arctic wolf, but I am not that wolf now. I have probably been other subspecies of wolf too, but I currently feel like I'm a black-faced timber wolf. There is only one me. I am not Wolf A from one time, Wolf B from some other life, and Wolf C from before that. So I really personally don't understand how someone can be multiple wolves. Like, you're just one person, and you're not the wolf that's dead, that's long dead. You are you're a new person, this is a new life. So, and also most species and subspecies of wolf or other animals have similar behaviors, so it seems to me like it would be difficult to tell different wolves apart because we're processing those shifts and experiences through our human senses and our human brain. So we're going to lose a lot of that information. So for me personally, all of my different lives as different subspecies of wolf just boil down to the wolf essence and my instinctual behaviors that have stayed with me because my soul has been wolf through it all. I don't need to live those other lives again. I am the wolf is me, and I am the wolf now. I don't even say past lives or my reason for being a therianthrope. I just have a wolf soul in the here and now, and that's all that matters. Of course, your personal experience or beliefs will not be exactly like mine. However, I strongly feel that the main question for spiritual Therians should be, do I believe that I have the soul of an animal? The next question should be, do I believe this explains why I feel non-human and or why I have the mentality and behaviors of an animal? The next step could be to figure out what animal shares that mentality and behavior. And one of the last questions to ask yourself, if you're even interested and want to be more in depth and it seems important to you, is how did the soul of an animal end up in a human body? So too often reincarnation comes first before everything else, when it shouldn't. And that leads me to think that most people are just copying what they see someone else doing in the Therian community. And I think if more people thought for themselves, we would currently see a much wider variety of causes or origins of spiritual therianthropy. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself that might help. What am I now? What about the current me is non-human? If I didn't remember past lives, would I still have indicators of being a therianthrope? Why was it important for me to seek out information about a past life? Did I feel non-human first and then seek an answer for why? Or did I claim to have a past life first and then trick myself into feeling non-human? It's important to remember that not every separate past life is going to be significant to your present life and can be a species that you identify as. A theriocide is a species or subspecies. It was never meant to be an individual animal with a story or a separate personality from your current self. And you don't need to match all of the same personality traits and behaviors as a species, but I see too many narratives created for past lives and current ones too. Like, it just seems like everybody has this Discovery Channel story going on. You know, how Discovery Channel does their documentaries, and these animals seem to have such exciting and varied lives, but that's not really the way it is. So we need to be careful not to anthropomorphize our inner animal identities, and we're not talking about personas or original characters. It just seems that in a lot of cases, young people are looking into therianthropy are spending too much time on the past lives and not enough time learning about their current selves. There's a lot about balance when it comes to therianthropy. Balance what you can learn from previous lives with developing who you are today. Balance the human and animal sides of who you are. I hope I've made this clear, but if anyone has any questions, please let me know in the comments. And you can find me and Therian Nation on lots of various social media. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, I'm on Amino. So, ask me questions anywhere you see this video posted. Thanks for watching and see you again next time.